The president has now pardoned all people with a marijuana conviction with marijuana possession under federal law. That clears about 6,500 people convicted between 1992 and 2021. Biden saying sending people to jail for simple possession has upended too many lives, saying it's time to right these wrongs. And he is also urging governors to pardon those convicted of state charges, which make up for the vast majority of convictions. The president is also ordering his administration to review how marijuana is classified.
Joe Biden, you are the only fucker on the planet who knows that weed should not be on the Schedule 1 narcotics list. Review. What is there to review, man? There has been years, decades of data collected on marijuana use in America.
Yeah.
Do we need to have a review of having beer on the Schedule 1 narcotic list? Do we need to have a review of tobacco? Or arsenic or bleach for that matter, since you put that in cigarettes too?
I mean, tobacco is literally out here killing people.
What are we talking about? Jesus Christ. You know what this reminds me of? Or actually, it's just showing a trend. It reminds me of when he was talking about how many interracial relationships he's seen on television and how that made him feel about race relations in America. Right?
Yeah.
If you want to know where the American public is, look at the money being spent on advertising. Did you ever 5 years ago think every second or third ad out of 5 or 6 you'd turn on would be biracial couples?
Yeah.
And so he thinks that pardoning prior weed convictions, not to get people out of jail, of course not. No, we can't do that. But to simply allow people to get employment. What is it about fixing problems that have been around since like the 1960s that makes white people feel so warm and fuzzy inside? Same thing with the student loan crisis, right? Debt ballooning, bubble about to pop. We'll get you 10,000 off.
Because it attacks the structures that are there for white supremacy.
Race problems in America? I got just the fix. Interracial relationships.
Yeah, no, it directly attacks some of those white privileges that they're so accustomed to getting, especially in the 1960s.
This is a whole bag of bullshit. So you're going to be able to campaign and be like, we decriminalized marijuana possession. And we forgave student loans. And what else did we do? And we put more interracial relationships on television.
Yo, no, you're not going to campaign again off of interracial relationships on TV.
Meanwhile, little Papa Biden Jr. over here is weighing up 2.6 grams.
Yo,
all over Twitter.
Yo,
Lord have mercy. Well, thank God Biden the Hunter will be able to get a job, right? Thank God for his dad for making it possible for people who smoked weed to be able to get a job. Because his son would never be able to succeed if not.
That nepotism. Well, we've already discussed that.
He'd never be able to go to a Russian energy company or some shit like that?
Yeah.
He was sitting on the board of. He had no business being there, no level of expertise whatsoever.
No, bro. He's got more expertise.
a month.
He's got more expertise in drugs and prostitutes. That's where his expertise lies.
He was over there living. He had a job he didn't know shit about. He was making a whole bunch of money to do it. And
yeah.
He was hundreds of thousands of miles away from his father's watching eye.
Mm-hmm.
He was living life.
Yeah.
My God, man. This is just so sad.
Yeah,
it's so sad just to see people fight for, Joe Biden the last go round, and oh man, we really need him. It's got to be Biden. And I don't hear or see any of those people anywhere. Gone. Dunskies. I don't even hear him out here trying to defend him. Yeah. They sure as hell ain't saying they was wrong, but they sure as hell ain't defending him.
The biggest thing is like it just seems like most of the administrations we've seen thus far have not done enough for, obviously the black and brown people who have been jailed for marijuana. Meanwhile, white people are in the industry and selling like it's hotcakes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like there's something not right about that. clearly, and we need to fix that before.
But you're expecting the man who wrote the crime bill to put all them people in jail to let them out. He's never going to do that. He's never going to stay on his legacy, which is locking up millions of black people.
Sure.
He will never step on that. He won't even tell you that the bill was wrong today in
Sure.
2022.
No, you're absolutely right. But
He won't tell you that it sparked mass incarceration. He will not admit it.
you're absolutely right. But we're not black if we don't vote for him. But you're not
I
doing
didn't vote
anything
for
for the
him.
black people.
Guess who he's blaming? Sources say. I'll give you one guess.
Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah, baby. So much so that they're entertaining the option of replacing her.
Damn, if he runs again, they're gonna
They
boo
might,
her out there and
They might. They
get
just
another white
might.
man. Because why not?
Or a white girl.
Yeah, probably. It's got to be some sort of minority.
Klobuchar was actually the first choice.
Ew.
And she went out there and she screwed it for herself. She started talking about it too early while she was still being vetted and ended up going with Kamala Harris.
God, I was thinking Buttigieg, but Klobuchar,
no.
both of them are bad.
Absolutely not. So in the middle of the worst gas crisis that we've had in this country, probably since 9/11, you gonna put the guy who's been in charge of wrangling in the oil companies and giving them a stern finger wagging as your VP? You don't want to be president. You don't want to be president.
I don't want either one of them. In fact, I also don't want the
No,
the
they
president,
would literally kill Buttigieg. They would murder that move for a multitude of reasons.
Any other thoughts on his cannabis movement?
Man, I don't know who y'all are voting for, but it's going to be a very interesting midterms here coming up.
Nah, bro, you got to get out there and vote for the Democrat.
Oh, yeah, hey, no, we ain't got to get off of this right now. Let's talk about Trina and Saucy Santana. Or you want to talk about that in the Dubs and Ls?
Yeah, let's talk about that in the WZL. First of all, I don't know what it's referring to, but yeah, let's talk about it in
Okay,
WZL.
we'll talk about that in Dubs and Ls.
All right, fair enough.
Give us your thoughts on Biden's weed plan and his pardoning of lower level drug offenses in America. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Give your comments in the prompt below and come back next week for more content.
And make sure you check out some of our previous commentating on some of the things that Biden has done along with Kamala Harris. And make sure you subscribe because when he does some more bullshit, we'll be sure to cover it.